Hi everyone, so I've just took some Jack Hera and I've just stepped out to go on a little expedition, like an adventure, and I'm going to tell you, I'm going to report back with everything that happens during this little venture. I'm only going to be out for about an hour, 2 hours at the most, just a short one, and I'll see what the plant medicines want to show us. So I'll be back shortly with a report as soon as something happens. Okay, see you guys soon. So this is the tree that speaks to us when I'm high sometimes. So I'm going to see if it gives any information for anyone. Love you all. You make all this possible. Live to go as high as you possibly can. Keep climbing. Feeling like a funny tingling in my legs and a lot of love coming from this tree. Feel like it's alive. So the moon's out tonight. It's the day before the full moon shift, and when shifts like this come, I can feel the energy from the moon. I can feel all the changes that go on and the build up towards the shifts. I don't know if any of you guys can feel that, but I can feel that. And I get a sense that this reality that we're in is genius. Okay, this reality is absolute genius. Sometimes I'll find little alleyways, and if I see kind of an air vent like that, I'll sometimes listen to see what's going on inside, and sometimes the universe gives us messages that way. I'm going to just put the microphone up towards it now so you guys can hear.
Oh, now we missed it. Nearly out there, nearly.
Some old kind of dancey music playing there with a few old guys probably drinking alcohol and watching football or some kind of sports.
Hey, Jerry. Hey, Jerry. Hey, Jerry. How real know this?
Okay, so I've just heard a firework in the background, believe it or not. It's nowhere near bonfire night. Well, it's quite a bit away. So when I hear alarms, that's the universe telling us to move on from where I am. You're secure. That's a message from the universe, because we are secure. Sometimes the universe will give you loving messages, just to make you feel a little bit more like at ease, at peace. Remember that you are here for a reason, and sometimes when you're on plant medicines and you're out, it'll give you like little subtle indications for that, with things like graffiti, signage, people's conversations, things like that, and the synchronicities will start coming in so quickly. You'll see like 10 times more than what you would see normally. Somebody's been graffiti in the ground here, and they've obviously made a mistake, so they've scribbled it out, which is very appropriate for graffiti. Okay, so I've just realised that that graffiti outside the somebody's house there, the people had chalked on the ground, was not just random graffiti. It was actually somebody's revenge attempt at getting to the person in the house. So somebody, whoever lives there, must have pissed some people off, and they've now chalked loads of horrible things about them right outside the house. And as I was filming it, I was thinking to myself, or when I stopped filming, I thought to myself like, oh, what if they're watching me film this? It's going to make the situation worse. And then I hear a beep in the background, and when I hear those beeps from cars and things, all of a sudden it means that I'm on the right track. So what that meant is somebody was actually looking at us doing that. These are the things you see. I'll be back shortly with something else. Just stay tuned. So as soon as I saw this green light, my higher self, or the plant medicine, one of the two, told us to follow green. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to follow green everywhere I go now. Oh, there it is. There's another green light there. So I'm going to follow that, and I'll see where this takes us. So I got to the green light, then it showed another green light, and I followed that. And now I've come to this green arrow, which is the universe further confirming itself to be communicating with us. So I'm going to follow this arrow up this street and see where it takes us. What this is like is, it's kind of like a computer game, do you know what I mean? Where you're on GTA and you're following the markers, and the markers come up and you've got to go that direction, then another marker will appear and another marker will appear. That's what's happening here, and that happens quite often when you're in a high vibrational state. Okay, so I followed it and I'm at another green light, so I'm on the right track here. Just hang in there, guys. Brought us to some police. There's flashing lights here. Something's going on, so this is where it's brought us. So I'll be back with you soon, guys. Okay, so I've just walked past those police there, and they had this guy out the car, so they've obviously pulled someone over. And when I walked past, the two police were like writing something down, and the guy just literally like stared at us for about like 4 seconds as I walked past, just staring at my eyes. Why the universe does this, I don't know, okay, but it does these type of things quite a lot when you're in the high vibrational state. And I think it's something to do with the energy, whether he needs a bit of your energy or you need a bit of his. Something like that happens and they're instantly drawn to you. You'll see people just all of a sudden, they'll sense your energy and they'll look straight at you, and the head will be kind of fixated on you for a few seconds, like an energy's took them, and then that's it. So whether you giving them some positive energy, something like that, whether the universe is connecting you for some reason, whatever the reasons are, we don't fully understand yet, but this is what happens, guys. And I've just realised after that happened there, I'm back in the same spot where the green spot started, and that's down there. You can see the green light. I'm back in that exact same spot after I told you guys that. So this is what's happening. The universe is orchestrating all this. It's telling us where to go. I'm following my intuition. It could be my higher self, it could be the universe, I don't know, but something, whatever's controlling this reality, or whether it's just the programming, it's using the system to work like this. Right, I've decided to follow this green light now in a different direction to see if it does this again. Okay, so oh, it's done it again. Okay, it's done it again. Look, there's another green light. If I can focus. Okay, so it's doing it again, guys, so let's see where this takes us. As I was walking towards the green light there was another green light over there above that door. I don't know if you can see it. And then that, sometimes the universe will do that. Sometimes it'll give you a bit extra proof just to say you're definitely on the right track. You're definitely on the right track. It'll sometimes do that. So I'm going towards this green light now, and I'm going to follow green as soon as I see it. As soon as I get here. Okay, follow green, follow green, follow green, follow green. Okay, there's no more green by the looks of it, so we're here for a reason. Let's see what happens. Look at this, guys, look. How to make your own face covering. Okay, so not only has this COVID caused all the face masks to go so expensive that some people might not be able to afford it here in England, okay? Because here in England there's quite a few people in poverty, believe it or not, although it's supposed to be one of the richest countries. But this is crazy, this, because this is actually teaching people how to use the law of action, okay? Use their own hands to do something out of fear. Now, what happens when people physically do things out of fear? That means they can control you physically. Anything they want you to do, they can get you to do it by using fear. So the very fact that people actually would consider spending a lot of time making their own face mask because they fear something is crazy, when they should be just given to everybody. Like, they should be on the street. There should be people handing them out on the street. Does this seem a bit odd to you guys? So I think that's where it was shown us, and that's where the green lights wanted us to go. Don't know, maybe I'm supposed to just get my comments out there and see if you guys agree with that or not, or maybe I'm being silly, maybe it is all because they really care about us, but that's up to you guys to decide. I just do what the universe tells us. So I'm going to walk back towards home now, and if anything happens on the way, I'll report back to you guys. So as I was walking along there, I've had this sudden urge to go down this kind of back alley place. It was kind of like all lit up. As soon as I started going down, the street light went off right above us, so it literally went off. And I think when I see things like this, because everything works on light, and as we evolve in light, and the light gets more intense, when the universe turns the light off, I take that as a sign to not do something. So I turned around and I came back. As soon as I started walking back, the light came back on. So it's definitely putting us on the right track here, guys. This is what happens nearly every time I come out when I'm on a high vibration. But I've tested this when I'm not on a high vibration, and it simply doesn't happen the same. It just doesn't happen. I've looked for it. Unless it's happening and I'm just not tuned into it, or I might even be on another timeline where the vibration's lower and it's literally not happening on that timeline. So it's one of the two guys. Another two blue lights, one there, one ahead of us. So this is letting us know we're on the right track. I'm going the way I'm supposed to be going tonight. There's like a police car just gone straight past us. It was going quite slow, but it's carried on going down the road. So sometimes when these things happen, if you fear something, you can manifest it. Okay, so I've just seen the police car pull up there, and it's on the side of the road. Okay, so it's probably waiting for us to walk past. But is it? Is that just in my imagination? Okay, this is what you really need to think about when you come out. You need to really think, is this my imagination? And you have to push the limits. You have to like test it. So what I'm going to do is walk straight past it, okay, because I haven't done anything wrong, and see what happens, okay? And I'm not going to fear it at all. So I'll get back to you shortly, guys. It's coming, guys. It's coming up. The police car's coming. Did you hear that? Okay, so I'm just walking through a very dark area of the outskirts of the built-up areas. I sometimes come somewhere really dark just to like kind of feel the energy of the earth, because sometimes when your vibration's high enough, you can actually feel the vibration of the earth as it's rotating, and you actually kind of feel it rotating slightly. I know it sounds crazy, but your senses are very heightened at this point, remember, and often you feel the vibrations of the earth just rumbling underneath you. And the moon's out tonight and it's beautiful. The ship's out at the sea. That light there is actually a ship very far in the distance. And sometimes it's just good just to come somewhere dark. Don't be scared. Okay, I take that back. Okay, so in the darkness I heard some voices coming from somewhere, and it kind of freaked us out a little bit. So sometimes you will get scared. Whether it's a test or not, I don't know, but sometimes you will get scared and you'll not do something because of that fear. But that's fine, because it's all a test. The more we get over our fears, the more of reality it shows you. But there's no rush in doing this, you see. As long as you're doing it, you'll start to see improvements in your life. It's the people that don't do it or are unaware of doing it, which is probably 99.9% of the world, unaware of how to push themselves in these ways. It's when they do it, that's what makes the difference. And the more we do it, the more it emanates that energy for other people to pick up on, and then eventually this will become a new way of communicating. Okay, so I'm almost home now. I'm happy that you guys have joined us tonight for this little adventure. It wasn't a very long one, it was just a very quick one, but it was just to try and get an idea of what goes on and show you guys, what goes on when you go out in a high vibrational state, or when I do at least. Now, I don't think this will just be me. I think anybody who does this type of thing will see all these amazing things happening. And yes, people can say you're delusional, okay? People say you've got a mental disease like schizophrenia, something like that, and that's what this is. But I don't think it is, okay? Because as long as you've got your wits about you and you use your common sense, you're a smart person, you'll see that these magical instances that are happening all the time when you're on a high vibrational level is real. You'll see it's real, and you'll start to test it, and the more you test it, the more you see it is real. So in my eyes, the universe is talking to you all the time, and it's for the sake of evolution. So we're constantly evolving, and this is helping us get over our little fears. It's teaching us things about the world, which will ultimately help us evolve. And as we evolve, we also help everybody else evolve, because there's kind of like a resonance where it projects around the whole planet, and everybody picks up on your vibrational frequency, and whatever you learn, it sends a signal so other people can see that as well. So we all growing together as one, and it's doing things like this that really push the boundaries and really push that spiritual evolution to the most you can possibly get it. And that's what psychedelics are here for, in my opinion. That's what plant medicines are here for. That's what a lot of drugs are here for, especially the mind altering ones. And that's why I'm never going to be against drugs. I'm against bad drugs like alcohol, things like that lower your vibration. But anything that puts you on a higher vibration is a good thing for spiritual evolution. And I hope you guys agree. So I'll be back soon with another video, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. And I'll probably do this again sometime. And because those motorbikes went past at that exact time, okay, this is what happens. As they went past, I was actually thinking, should I do this again, okay? And the second they went past was the loudest point, which tells us I'm right, I should do this again sometime. So in due course, I'll go out on a higher vibration again, and we'll see what happens. We'll go on another adventure. And you guys try it as well. Just stay safe, okay? See you guys in the next video. What the fuck? What the fuck was that? What the fuck?